What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, you guys. Season 5, episode 12. The episode is titled Mazel Meredith. You guys, this episode was hilarious to me. I couldn't do nothing but laugh at this episode just because it was so funny to me. But yeah, let me know what you got. If you guys watched the episode, let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comment section and in the live chat. And before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, and I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. I feel like I said that. If I did, I repeated it. But without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and get into Salt Lake City, shall we? All right, guys. So this whole episode consisted of Meredith's bat mitzvah. So there's going to be the only person that we have on screen this episode. Actually, you know what? It's Meredith's bat mitzvah, but it's a cast event. And the opening of the episode, we see Meredith as she is, doing her rehearsal for the bat mitzvah, right? And I was like, okay, cool. So after that, we see everybody as they're showing up to the bat mitzvah. We see Meredith's son, her oldest son. I was like, oh, I knew Meredith had 3 kids, and I was trying to remember last week, like, I know Meredith got 3 kids, but I couldn't remember if it was 2 boys or 2 girls. So it's her oldest son, Brooks, and then Chloe. And I think the oldest son, his name is Reed or something like that, right? Meredith says he lives in New York and he's very private. I was like, okay, cool. It is what it was nice to see him, right? Her mom is there. Meredith's mother. Her mother looks really good, right? Her sister is also there. So we see as the ladies are starting to show up, right? So we find out that Bronwyn still has an issue with Angie and with Whitney. Whitney still has an issue with Bronwyn, and it's just going back and forth, right? So Brittany arrived. When Brittany got there, I couldn't do nothing but laugh at the fact that she is talking about she is upset with Angie because Angie called her SLUT. I was like, well, technically that word didn't come out of her mouth, but I get this sentiment, right? Because her saying that you were doing 3 different guys, yet it do sound a little SLUT. Does sound like one, right? So, okay, I'm gonna give you that, right? So Lisa, one thing about Lisa Barlow that I can't stand. Well, y'all know I'm not a fan of Lisa Barlow. Y'all know I don't see it for Lisa Barlow. So Lisa Barlow gets to the party, and Meredith's mother was talking to Lisa, and leave it to Lisa to make things about her. Oh my God! So John, he was adopted, and his parents are Jewish, and his mom is just like a blonde girl from Arizona, so nothing there. I was like, ma'am, this ain't about you. But okay, if that's what you want to talk about, then girl, talk about it, right? So we see as Meredith makes her grand entrance, and grand entrance it was, right? Meredith arrived with her family on a sleigh. I was like, that's an interesting way to arrive, but hey, y'all in Salt Lake City, you got the snow on the ground. Take good advantage of it, right? So it is what it is, right? I am really upset with Meredith. Not upset with her at all. So do you, girl? If that's what you want to do you. So they go inside, right? Now, what I will say is that I did really enjoy this, right? Because I've never been to a bar or bat mitzvah, so it was nice to see this. So we did see a flashback scene of Angie and Mary talking, and Angie was just asking Meredith, like, "Are you?" I'm not Meredith, but she was asking Mary if she was going to come to the bat mitzvah, and Mary was just unsure what she was going to do. Also, I do want to talk about Mary real quick. So you guys know that Mary was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and you guys know after last week's episode, there was so much love and support for Mary and Robert Jr. on social media from the Housewives. Portia said something, Cynthia, Drew, Dr. Simone, like a lot of, I think Dr. Simone said something. I could be wrong, but a lot of people had nothing but good and positive things to say about Mary, and they were uplifting Mary in last week's episode. So I know people on social media were saying that none of her castmates had posted anything on social media. And here's my thing, you guys. We got to get out of that. These are people that she works with and that she knows. Y'all don't think now, granted, Angie did make a post in her Instagram stories. But I saw so many people like, oh, her castmates ain't got nothing to say. Her castmates ain't got nothing to say. And granted, I know what I said in last week's review, and it was more directed towards how that episode went. I know I said that I hope that Meredith and Lisa felt like crap, which I still do hope they felt like crap because y'all were talking about Mary, not knowing what Mary was going through. So I hope that y'all did feel bad. And so Mary said that everybody reached out to her with the exception of Lisa. I know somebody was on social media talking about, well, why would Lisa reach out to Mary when Mary called her son the R word? I was like, okay, from what I heard, they were talking about each other's kids. So touche. If the shoe fits, wear it, right? Even if somebody says something about your kids, you can still, and you see what their kid is going through on national television, you can still have a heart, you can still have empathy and reach out and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. You know, you can still be an empathetic human being, but okay, whatever, y'all. So we do see as Meredith goes through, is doing her bat mitzvah. Like I said, really nice to see it on television. Because, like I said, I've never been to one, so I don't know what they do at a bat mitzvah. But then we see as Mary arrives, y'all, when Mary got there, I couldn't do nothing but holler, especially seeing her peek through them windows. I said, Mary, girl, stop peeking through these windows. Stop peeking through these windows because you look like a creeper. But she finally made her way in, right? And so after Meredith finished, we see as everybody they're, mixing and mingling, right? So Angie and Lisa are talking to each other, right? So Angie's whole thing is when it comes to she's talking to Lisa, and her whole thing is that the beef with Term and Brown, right? Angie's whole thing is she doesn't want that to come in between she and Lisa. And I was like, well, why would it come between you two? Because let's be real with each other. Lisa ain't really had I'm not Angie, but Bronwyn's back. So, okay, they were able to move forward with that. So then we see as Mary went to go have a conversation with Meredith, right? And Meredith told, Mary told Meredith how good she did and that she loves Meredith, right? But she did tell her that her feelings were hurt when she left her party, right? And rightfully so. And I thought it was interesting in last week's episode that Meredith was saying how she felt like Mary was using her, and like part of me can understand where Meredith was coming from, but the other part of me doesn't necessarily, right? And I'll explain to you guys, right? I'll explain to you guys why I say I can kind of see it, but I can't see it at the same time. We know that season 2 was Mary's last season before she came back last season for season 4, right? Mary wasn't on season 3 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So, and her and Meredith, they were building a friendship. They had built a friendship in the off season when Mary wasn't on the show. Mary came back to Salt Lake City last season as a friend of the show, but she came through via Meredith. So I can kind of see how Meredith would feel that way about last season. And then this season, Mary has her snowflake back. So that's why I say I can kind of see it, but then I don't see it at the same time. Because, like I said, yes, last season, Mary came on as a friend of, and she came on as a friend of through Meredith. But then this season, not so much so. But they both apologized to each other and they made up with each other, and I like to see that, right? Because I do feel that their friendship was a real genuine friendship. And so, oh, speaking of Salt Lake City, I do believe that their reunion is filming today. I do have the seating chart. I'll share that before we get off of the live today. But yeah, Mary and Meredith, they were able to make up with each other, and again, I like to see it. So that's really all we got right there. So then we see as Angie has pulled Bronwyn to the side, right? And both Angie and Bronwyn believe that the other owes the other an apology, right? And I was like, okay. So Bronwyn feels that Angie owes her an apology because she kept repeatedly telling her to shut the f up, right? And I was like, okay, Bronwyn kind of has a point, but Angie also feels that Bronwyn owes her an apology. Now, Angie did apologize to Bronwyn. Do I believe that Angie sincerely meant that apology to Bronwyn? Absolutely not. I think, in my personal opinion, you guys will tell me how you think and feel. In my personal opinion, I kind of feel as if not Bronwyn, but Angie was kind of trying to pacify her. That's just my 2 cents. Again, you guys feel opposite of that, feel free to let me know in the comment section and in the live chat. I welcome differences of opinions, right? But yeah, that's how I really took it, is that she was just basically pacifying her. That's where I got from it. But again, like I said, y'all tell me your thoughts, your opinions. But they got into it from they didn't it didn't it went that conversation took a nosedive towards hell because they got into it with each other, and then Todd had to intervene. What I will say about Todd, and I'm like I said, I see it more now than I did before. The way that Todd does speak to Bronwyn, it don't 100% sit right with me, but I definitely want you guys to tell me how you feel. So Todd eventually came over there. He broke up the conversation between those two. Now he was going to he was going to try to, I guess, speak up for Angie because Brahma got pissed off at him. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? You know, the more that I do look at Bronwyn and Todd, I'm like, I see some cracks in y'all's marriage. I'm starting to see some cracks in that marriage. And I'm wondering if Bronwyn said, let me go into this show so I can get my divorce. Y'all tell me if I'm the only person that's seeing that. Tell me if it's me, or do y'all see what I'm seeing? Y'all picking up on what I'm picking up on? But yeah, that's it for that. Like I said, he ended the conversation with them, so they wanted to go to the bar. Bronwyn is still pissed off at Todd, right? So then we move over to Whitney and Heather. So Whitney wants to have a conversation with Heather about what Bronwyn said. But it's so interesting, right? Heather wants to call other people out for what they say and do, right? Bronwyn told you Whitney said some stuff about you, but then you don't really want to listen to what she said. And it's like, like I said, I can't with Heather because Heather is a hypocrite, and Heather really does get on my nerves. Like, she really do get on my nerves. So she's not really listening to Whitney. Because she doesn't really care what Whitney may or may not have said to Bronwyn, right? Because it's coming from Bronwyn. What I will say about Bronwyn is, Bronwyn, girl, you definitely messy. So while Lisa and no, not while Lisa, while Whitney and Heather are talking, Lisa butts in. I was like, girl, this ain't got nothing to do with you. So her and Whitney are going back and forth with each other. I was like, this has nothing to do with you. Mind your business, lady. Mind your business. So at one point, they all decided to get the whole group together. And I'm like, wait a minute, y'all are doing all this arguing because Bronwyn and Angie were cussing. Angie was like, you are offended by me saying the F word, but then you drop the F bomb, you say the D word, you say the P word, and you say all these words, but you're offended by me saying, shut the F up. Here's what I will say. I get Angie's point, but I also get here's my thing. I say all kind of cuss words every day, all day, every day, right? But don't cuss at me is my biggest thing is don't cuss at me. Because if you cuss at me and you gonna have a problem, especially if we're having a conversation with each other and I ain't cussed you out, then I'm gonna need you to have the same respect and not cuss me out. Because if you cuss me out, then it's gonna go left, and me going left ain't gonna be something that you wanna see. So I got where Bronwyn is coming from. Yes, I said those words, but in the context of that conversation, I didn't say nothing derogatory towards you. Now, Bronwyn, I gotta clock you too, because here's the thing: you did say that you have to ride Lisa's dick in front of the girls. You definitely did say that. So Angie wasn't wrong. So they got the girls together, right? So Angie feels that Brittany twisted what was said between she and Whitney and Bronwyn. I was like, I don't necessarily think I agree with that, but you guys can tell me what you think. So then Brittany decides that she wants to call Angie out, right? And I had forgot about this until Bronwyn said something. Brittany, girl, when you were telling the people earlier about the fact that she called you a SLUT, you said, well, maybe she's done that. You did allude to Angie being one. So Bronwyn took it upon herself to be messy and tell Angie that she had called her a SLUT. And so now they're going back and forth. Now I will say, Angie, my God, girl, you went to hell in a handbasket, telling her she dresses SLUTTY, her hair is SLUTTY. Everything basically you told that girl everything about her screams SLUT, but it doesn't about you. And Brittany got in her feelings about that and walked away and started crying. I was like, wow, girl, you don't know how to read her? Read her. Just read the heifer. There's like now, Angie, I'm gonna say this, and here's the thing: you and this blow up condom that you're wearing in this interview, you can't talk about how nobody looks because you look a plum fucking fool in this blow up condom. It ain't hidden, ma'am. So then when Brittany is crying, I think we hear Brooks and Chloe talking to her. So Brittany decided that she's gonna go home and leave, go on ahead and leave, right? So then Meredith came over to check on Brittany, and then from there all hell breaks loose because now Meredith is telling Angie, "You can leave, security, security." So she told security to come get Angie, and that was the end of the episode because they are going back and forth. Now, what I will say is Angie wrong for what she said to Brittany? Not 100% because I mean you she got I mean she got called a SLUT, so I wasn't really upset with Angie. What I will say about Angie that gets on my nerves, Angie is like a dog with a bone, and she just won't let things go. And that be my problem when it comes to Angie, because I want to like Angie K, but Angie's just like a dog with a freaking bone, and it's just like, girl, let it go like Elsa. Speak your piece, say your ish, and let it the hell go. But that's the episode, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into this reunion seating chart, and we can see if we agree about it. But I don't know if I don't know. I don't think I agree with this how this seating chart is. I probably would have done it a completely different way, but I don't work for production, so I can't speak on it. But let's get into it. So I'm pulling it up. So this is the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 5 reunion seating chart. So as you guys can see, Andy, of course, is center. So to Andy's right, you have Lisa, which I vehemently disagree with that. Then after that, after Lisa, you have Chisel Chin, Heather, then Meredith, and then Brittany at the end. And then on the other side, on his left, wait, no, is that I went wrong? I'm going wrong. Damn it, I went wrong. Because I'm looking at it. Y'all know what it is. Hey, Bill, how are you doing today? After I get off here, I gotta go check out your review. So let me look at this. Okay, so I have it wrong. So to Andy's right, it is Angie, Mary, Bronwyn, and Whitney. And then to his left is Lisa, Heather, Meredith, and Brittany. Now, if I were doing this seating chart, I don't know if I would have done it like that. I semi agree about Angie being on the first chair, and I agree about Mary being second chair. And I even agree. So I agree with the whole left side of the couch. I do agree with that because I definitely believe Whitney should be last. It's the I said the left side. I agree with the left. I agree on the right side of the couch. I don't agree with the left side of the couch. I don't think that Lisa should be first. I don't think Heather should be second. I do agree about Meredith and Brittany being last, but I don't agree about Heather and Lisa. I don't agree with that. Honestly, if I were doing this, I probably would have made. Hmm. I honestly think that Bronwyn should have been first chair. I think it should have been Angie and Bronwyn, Mary and Brit. Well, Brittany's a friend of Angie and Bronwyn, Mary and Lisa. Then I would have done Whitney and Heather, but I don't agree with the seating chart. Only person that I agree with being last is Whitney. Let me know what you guys think. Like, I don't agree with the seating chart for real, for real. This is an interesting seating chart because I was thinking if I were to rearrange the left side, who would I rearrange? But the only person that I'll put as in the first chair on the left side would be Brittany. But Brittany is a friend of the Housewives, so I know that they're not going to do that. But Lisa sitting next to Andy, this is giving Kyle from Beverly Hills. Because y'all know Kyle always sits in the first chair at every Beverly Hills reunion. This is giving Kyle. Bill says, I'm surprised Bronwyn isn't next to Andy. Exactly. That's an interesting scene chart, but it is what it is. Like I said, they're filming the reunion today. Bye, Scotty. Bye, Scotty. I cannot with you. Scotty says, and we know Vile doesn't deserve it. I have, you know what, Scotty? I do agree with you. I do agree with you. Kyle don't deserve that first chair at the reunion ever. But I think I don't know what I think Andy don't like Kyle so much that they put her first, but I don't ever agree with it. Bill says, "Oh, don't bring Kyle. Don't bring up Kyle. I can't stand her." And I do. Scotty says, and I do mean vile. I know you mean vile, Scotty. I know that. See, y'all can't come over here and gang up on Kyle. Y'all know I like Kyle. She's problematic, but y'all know I do like Kyle. See, here y'all go. Okay, with the capital V. Even though I had to read Kyle this past weekend in my review, so I ain't even mad at it. But yeah, that's the reunion seating chart for Salt Lake City. I still don't agree with this damn seating chart because people trying to make Lisa Barlow that girl, and she ain't that girl. Belle, I know you ain't talking because you have your problematic faves too. Ew, we all make mistakes, JB. Belle, you got your problematic favorites too, especially from Ready to Love. But yeah, yeah, you guys, that's really all I got for Salt Lake City. Um, I was thinking about talking about Real Housewives in New York with you guys. I'm sorry, that show was boring as hell to me. I did watch I did watch New York City last night, and no, even I saw Andy ask for questions for the New York City reunion. I'm like, what kind of questions can people have for this reunion? I will say people are eating him up in them comments because they asking him like, Andy, why don't you cancel this? Why don't you cancel this? Cancel the every comment was such this is such and such from somewhere. Cancel this. We don't like this. We're over this. Bell says we ain't talking about me. Focus. Yes, we are, Bell. You said you gave up on. You said you gave up New York so long ago. Yeah, I had to give it up too because it was just after that prank I couldn't continue to watch the show because I realized at that point it was like these ladies don't have anything and I'm not going to sit here and continue to watch something that is a chore to me. So that's why I dropped it and I'm sticking with Beverly Hills. Y'all know Beverly Hills are my girls and I'm gonna stick with them and I'm gonna rock with them. Even though I know y'all don't like Kyle, but I'm gonna give it to her when I gotta give it to her. And Belle, you like Erica. You like Erica, Belle. Erica ain't no better or worse than Kyle. You said I saw that and all the mentions were like, we don't care. I screamed, I hollered at all them mentions. When I saw those mentions about they were over the show, canceled the show, I couldn't do nothing but holler. Yes, Scotty. Belle likes Erica. Belle likes Erica. Erica is her girl. So yeah, Belle, don't. Mm-mm. So yeah, we gonna tread a little lightly. I love y'all, but yes. Belle says, "Oh, you ain't got to put my business out. I do like Erica, but she broke." Oh, let's talk about that real quick, and then I'm let's talk about that real quick. I did talk about it in my review, but I hollered at Erica when she saw that boat purse that that Jennifer Tilly had. I was like, "Girl, you jealous because you do not live that life no more. You ain't got that life." Well, you know what? The word on the curb is, which has been a word on the curb for a few seasons, that Erica does have another benefactor, but I don't think she's gonna put that on the show. That's what I've heard is Erica has another benefactor. Oh, just put my business out there. Yes, putting it all out there. But yeah, Salt Lake City. This season has been really. I've really enjoyed this season. Hate that they're. I mean, I hate that they filmed a reunion because that means that the season is coming to a close pretty soon. But Salt Lake City has been really good this season. So I wonder what they're gonna do with the rest of the the other franchises they got coming because because y'all know Atlanta's coming back pretty soon. Um, what else is coming back? Miami. Y'all know how I feel about Miami. Y'all know I love Miami as well. So we'll be reviewing those two. But Salt Lake City has been amazing this season, and I can't believe I said that because I've been saying that because season 5 I liked it because of Monica. Season 4 I liked because of Monica. Y'all know I didn't watch season 3, and yeah, been getting my life with Salt Lake City. Speaking of which, I want to talk to you guys real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off of here because I got some other things that I gotta do. Gotta do Abbott Elementary. So I know that Scotty mentioned it on his live. We haven't solidified anything, but if you still in the chat, Scotty, let them. We can talk about it in text. But I know he did mention about possibly me and him and Socrates, I believe, talking about Beverly Hills. I'm here for it. Again, even though he goes in on my girl Kyle, definitely here for it. But yeah, you guys, that's Salt Lake City in a nutshell. If I missed anything that y'all want to talk about, feel free to definitely leave it down in the comments. Okay, I'm definitely here for it. Me, you, y'all, and Bill. I'm definitely here for it. So yeah, we can set it up. You know my number, so definitely reach out to me and we can work it out because I'm here for it. I think I'm gonna be in the minority though. I'm gonna be in the minority because I don't know what it I know what it is about Kyle that I like. It's the same thing about Rena that I liked because I'm a horror fan. So I've watched Kyle in Halloween. That is why I like Kyle, and the reason why I like Rena is because I watched Days of Our Lives. That is the reason why I like those two. Outside of this, when it comes to this show, I ain't got no problem calling nobody out. And I hate the fact that I'm defending Dorit this season. Ugh. Defending Dorit against Garcelle and Kyle. I feel like this week I've been in hell. I've defended Giselle this week, and I've defended Dorit. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so Belle says she would join. Okay. All right, so we'll work it out. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate everybody for coming through and watching. Also, you guys, I did review that new show that came on Bravo last night, sold on SLC. So definitely go check out their review. It was a good show. If you guys want to get into it, it was a really good show. Scotty says I hate defending Dorito as well and dragging Garcelle. I know I hated to have to drag Garcelle in that review because I felt the way. It was like, I mean, I get it, Garcelle. You don't like Dorit. None of us do. But the fact that she hit it off with Bose, that ain't a problem. I don't see an issue with that. I didn't see an issue with it. And it was the fact that it was Garcelle. Y'all know I don't see it for Sutton. It was Garcelle, Sutton, and Jennifer. And I love Jennifer Tilly. And I was like, I don't understand what y'all's problem is. If Garcelle don't mind her business, like I was just upset having to defend Dorit of all people. I ain't never thought I was gonna ever defend Dorit. Ugh, just felt icky. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate everybody for jumping. Oh, Scotty, have you made it to Houston yet? Let me know. Because I was thinking about, I meant to text you earlier, but work has been kicking my behind today. Okay, Bill says she would love to join the panel. Okay, so we'll talk to Scotty about this. Ow. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. Okay. I'm actually about to go to the airport. Okay, well, let me know when you make it, and then like I told you, I'll come down there Saturday, and we can link up. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate everybody for coming through. Be sure once again to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. And also, you guys, do me a huge favor. I'm gonna come early Saturday morning, so I'll be there. Or I might come tomorrow night. I'm just trying to figure out which one tomorrow. Just trying to figure out what I want to do. But I'll definitely be there. I'll be there. It won't be late. I can guarantee you that because I like to sleep. But also, you guys go watch Belle's review of Salt Lake City. I see that she put up her Beverly Hills review. Go check that out. Definitely go support my boy Scotty because he is reviewing Beverly Hills this season. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next video, you guys. Bye.